Hey everybody, it's Ron from PickDawgz here with your PickDawgz morning show for Tuesday, February 24th. I've got some of the sharpest minds in sports betting here with me today. I love these Tuesday shows. Usually you can get some good banter going on, and there's a few games on today's card that I think we'll get into some discussion with. But we've got an 11-game NBA card. We've got a solid college hoops card, I think like 34 games or so. NHL is going to be back tomorrow, so no hockey today, but it'll be back tomorrow. And like I said, some great guys on today's show, including the guy next to me, Jay Briggs. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right, man. Money making Tuesday, like you said, solid card, especially in the NBA, man. It's a loaded 11-game card. It's a lot of spots and situations I like attacking, so I got a pretty big card today, man, and I'm just ready to break it down with y'all. I'm coming off a 1-1 day. My winning streak in college basketball did come to an end. I was looking for 7 straight in college hoops on my top play. I had the Cougars, man, of Houston, and Kansas. They did get them boys, but shout out, it's all good. We'll start a new streak there. 6-1 last 7. It's not bad. But I did cash my NBA play. I had the Houston Rockets against the Utah Jazz. Bounce back game at home that also happened to be a revenge game. So it was a good angle there. You'll hear me say those words quite a lot on today's show in the NBA today. So get ready. Money making Tuesday.
Houston, we have a problem. They had a problem yesterday in Allen Fieldhouse. But
Yes, they
that Kansas team, they're just so strange. I mean, you just don't know. Like I saw somebody say, where am I putting Kansas in my bracket? Because you see that they were the hottest team in the country at one point, then they laid a couple eggs. So it's like, what is this team? They're young, they're volatile, but they're dangerous for sure. And they got the better of Houston last night.
I think
Brad
today's
France,
college hoops card is pretty tough. I ain't gonna lie. So
it is. I think so too. Yep. I think there's a lot of traps you got to be careful about. But Brad, what are you thinking about today's card? How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. I like the card. Yesterday, I had one play. I went with the Pistons. Kind of one of those things where it's like, if you're going to give me basically a pick 'em with the Pistons at home, I had to take it. But yeah, fading the Spurs, that's not fun. That is not a fun thing to do. So is what it is. Time to move on today. Today, we got a much bigger card. So yeah, I got a few plays locked in on the premium. I'm ready to give out some free ones for you guys, and hopefully it's a big one.
Let's make it a big day today, Brad. I'm feeling good about your chances.
Yep.
Brian, nice little hat you got there. New hat.
Yeah,
Where'd you get
thanks
that
to
one from?
my good friend Brad Francis. I'm 3-0 so far against it, but he's due for a streak, so I got to be particular with the next one. As far as yesterday goes, 1-1. Cashed my titanium on the Sacramento Kings. Never easy taking the Kings, but had the over in North Carolina game yesterday, and that didn't get it done. So I should have just stuck with one play, but it's hard to just stick to one play when you got college basketball out there.
Yep. I did stick to one play, and unfortunately, it was a loss for me. McNeese had a lead covering the spread at halftime, and then bad second half showing. They blew the lead, blew the cover. But still, it's been a good run in college hoops for my top plays. So looking to bounce back, and there's some opportunities to do so premium and free play wise for this Tuesday card. And I say we get right into it. We've got a 34, 35 game college hoops card. So we'll cut it into two. We'll do any game from 6 Eastern to 7:30 Eastern. So some of the standout games, we've got the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. Can they continue to keep this undefeated record? They have got an easier matchup against Eastern Michigan, but it is a road game nonetheless. Washington, Rutgers in the Big Ten. The number 1 team, Duke, takes on Notre Dame as a big favorite. NC State, Virginia is a pretty good matchup in the ACC. Texas Tech, they would have been about a 12-point favorite if Toppin's injury didn't happen. Now a 6.5-point favorite. Also, Cincinnati's upset win kind of moved that number a bit. But that should be a good one. St. Louis, still ranked in the AP polls, 25-2 on the season. This is a tough one, though, at Dayton, a team that's been very strong in this conference over the years. We've got West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Northwestern Indiana, Marquette, Georgetown, some MAC games, NIU, Toledo, nothing great there. Buffalo, Akron, I still think Akron, even though Miami is the best team in the conference record-wise, I think Akron's the most talented team, but they're taking on Buffalo. Kentucky, South Carolina, and we end with the Southern Indiana Morehead State game. That's a game everybody will be watching tonight. Jay, anything in this first time slot?
Of course. So just a little. There will be I don't know what was going on with my graphics today. So on the jam session and on the morning show, you'll see this black bar for no damn reason, and I just don't know what it is. So little technical difficulties for me this morning. That's why I got the other camera, and it's just a lot going on behind the scenes. But what else is going down is a lot of good college hoops games, and I'm ready to talk about them. Man, my Red Raiders at home at the crib. Land 6.5. I don't like it. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't like them tonight. I don't. I thought taking them in their last game against Kansas State was one of my biggest plays of the season. It was too good of a spot. Everybody was undervaluing them after losing Toppin, and K-State is awful. K-State is not a good team. They just looked good the game before that because they had fired their coach. That's all that was. The gap between those two teams is that significant. The Cincinnati team, they're another tough team to figure out, because it's like they got some good wins and they got some bad losses under their belt. If I had to tell you what I think happens in this game, I'm going to tell you I think this game comes right down to a wire. Texas Tech pulls it out. I just highly doubt they cover. Will I be betting Cincinnati in this spot tonight? Of course not. Because Texas Tech does go stupid, dummy crazy at home at the crib. But it would be crazy for me to say, I think this is a great spot to fade Cincinnati coming off the huge win against Kansas. Because just look at what Kansas did last night at home. So it's like, you know what I mean? So I would lean Bearcats in this one, but I don't got the balls to fade my Red Raiders at home. What else we got up in here? Let's see what else we got up in here. Was this one in there? Virginia Tech?
Yep. Oh, not Virginia Tech.
Not Virginia Tech. Virginia. Where'd that go?
Yeah.
Virginia, NC State. That's a good one. This one just missed my premium. I'm on NC State. In this one. NC State. I don't know. I like these. I kind of like the underrated but good ACC teams, and that's Miami and NC State. They don't get the love the other ones get, but they just as good to me, and I think NC State got a good chance to come here and win this game outright. Virginia's a good team. I don't have no bad words to say about them. I just think NC State matches up well and has a chance to win this game. That's all I'm saying. Y'all mad at me for that? I'm going to take NC State plus the points in this. I think it's going to be a good game. And I think a lot of people are going to just be like, all right, let me take the ranked team, lay the 5.5, you know what I mean? Or maybe I can see people going ranked team, taking their money line in the money line parlay. They're going to be sad as shit, sweating their balls off when this game come right down to the wire. NC State with a chance to win on the road. So that's my thoughts. Swing back to me. I'm going to look at a couple more.
All right. Brad, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with you on the Bearcats there. Texas Tech's about to rout these boys. Cincinnati just won their Super Bowl. They just won their Super Bowl. And you think you're going to go into Allen Fieldhouse, pick up that win, and then go into Lubbock and compete again? I don't think so. I think they come out flat in this one. And I think Texas Tech's a team that, yeah, they lost their star player, but there's still a lot of great talent on this team. And I think they hear the chirps, people saying, we're not going to have a chance without JT. That place is going to be rocking. We just saw in Texas Tech's last game, they absolutely smoked Kansas State without Toppin. I still don't think Cincinnati's a good team, but they're on and off. And after a win at Allen Fieldhouse, I got to fade them. So I'll take Tech there. I do agree with you on NC State. Virginia's a fine team, don't get me wrong, but NC State's pretty damn good as well. They shoot the three ball better than Virginia. They shoot the free throws. Their free throw percentage is better than Virginia. They turn over the ball less. Those three things will keep you in a game, in a tough game like this. So I think NC State does keep it close. I'm gonna try to catch the falling knife with Oklahoma State here. This team has looked pitiful. They look terrible, but they're at home and they're going against a West Virginia team who I think is on the same level as Oklahoma State. Yeah, West Virginia at home, a different story. West Virginia on the road, I'm not really too worried about them. I hate to use this word. I hate to use the D word, the do word, but Oklahoma State's due for a win. I think they get the job done here on Tuesday night.
So, Brad, I looked at that game because when I first looked at it, I said the same thing. Oklahoma State, give me Oklahoma State here. But then I deep dove it a little more. Everybody, they mama, uncle, and auntie on Oklahoma State in that one. No, I can't be on Oklahoma State with they mom and everybody named mama on that game. No, I thought it was gonna be a sneaky buy low coming off 5 straight losses, but no, everybody on Oklahoma State, I can't be there. So
What, like on Twitter and shit?
Twitter and the betting handles. If you go look at the handles, last time I checked, it's like 75% of the money and the bets. Oklahoma State. Why? They're not good. It is a good spot. I do like the spot coming off 5 losses, but
They're not good. You're right. They get this. They get the job done here, though. Go Cowboys.
I wanted to take them until I dove a little deeper. So I was just giving my thoughts.
All right, we'll see if the brother, sister, auntie, and Brad win this one tonight. But Brian, what do you like in this first time slot?
Yeah, I'll lean to the Cincinnati Bearcats and agree with Jay. I got burned by them against Houston, but ever since they got blown out at the Cougars, they played much better basketball. They did have a loss after that Houston game, but really they played better lately. And Texas Tech has Iowa State on deck. That's a huge game. So I'll lean towards Cincinnati. I like the Akron Zips laying the points to 16. That's not going to scare me off. I think they've just been annihilating teams. And Buffalo, even though they're 16-11, they're in a totally different class than Akron. And I like Eastern Michigan. Maybe I'm just haven't got burned enough by Miami, Ohio. Eastern Michigan 9-2 at home against the number. I think Miami, Ohio does enough to win the game, but Eastern Michigan gets the cover.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Brian, on Eastern Michigan. I don't like it because I've gotten burnt fading Miami, Ohio so often. And Eastern Michigan's not a great team, but they are a good team at home against the spread, like you said. And they do have a difference maker player in Muhammad Habhab that is the type of guy that can take over a game. So, it's a road game in conference play. You're catching a ton of points with a good cover team. Situationally speaking, it doesn't get much better than Eastern Michigan. It's just I don't love the team overall, and man, I've gotten burnt fading Miami. So
Yeah.
I'll take Eastern Michigan, but I'm preparing. They're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm expecting the loss, but I got to take them. I can't pass up the situation.
For me, everybody knows about the legendary do not bet list, but there's also another list, the do not fade list. Miami, Ohio is definitely on that list for me. Good.
I don't believe in either list.
You can't have a list.
Eastern Michigan's going to win outright. Right after you said that, they're going to win outright.
Do not fade. At least not yet.
I like Texas Tech tonight. I think JT topping it. It's a tough loss, but Cincinnati, when you have a team that you just don't know what you're going to get from their offense, on the road, it gets dangerous. I mean, they scored 82 points last game, but it's really rare for this team to do that on the road. Their offense could be the weakest in the conference overall. Great defensive team, and defense does travel. But like Brad said, coming off the big win at Kansas, now you got to go into Lubbock. I mean, this is as big of a letdown spot, one of the toughest spots to be in for any team in Big 12 play. And you could argue you're getting a discount price with Texas Tech because of that injury. I mean, like I said, they would have been a double-digit favorite if it wasn't for the injury to Toppin and Cincinnati's upset win. They would be probably a 12-point favorite. So that's like a 6-point line move just on those two results. I got to roll Texas Tech at home. I'll lay the points in that one.
The fact that Jay's fading Texas Tech in Lubbock on a Tuesday, like, what world are we living in? Like,
I know.
Is this the Twilight Zone?
You living in the correct world, but I got to understand. I know my team. I know them like the back of my hand. Y'all missed it last game when everybody was no topping. Tonight is the one night they just don't cover at home. When everybody, the world's on them tonight. Everybody on Texas Tech today, and I'm chilling. They win this game by 3. That's what I think.
All right.
I don't disagree with anything y'all are saying. I know this team, man. I know this team. 3-point win.
I also like Akron. I think that they just match up really well at Buffalo. Buffalo had a great start to the season. They dealt with big injuries to their top players. They haven't been able to recover, and their defense is in big trouble tonight. I think Akron scores into the 90s and maybe even has an outside chance of triple digits tonight. I like the over. I like Akron. I think they win by 20 plus. So that's it for me in that first time slot. We'll move on to the second half. We've got some late games tonight as well. This is 8 Eastern to 11 Eastern. Some of the big games. We've got Michigan after the Duke loss. They take on Minnesota. Do they take some frustration out on little brother? 21-point favorite in that one. Arizona dealing with a couple of injuries, a couple of key players questionable / doubtful for this game. But they're still big favorites on the road against an I would say, a disappointing Baylor team. Iowa State takes on Utah. We got Tennessee and Mizzou, Arizona State and TCU. Another disappointing team, Boise State, hosts Wyoming in the Mountain West. We've got a rematch in the Battle of Florida, Miami and Florida State in the ACC. We've got arguably the worst team in the country, Air Force, taking on San Jose State. Air Force, the last time Air Force lost a game by single digits, I believe was the middle of January 13th, I believe. The last time
Mississippi Valley State money line. Get to Air
Force. The last time Air Force won a game was right around Thanksgiving.
Air Force would probably crush.
It was crazy. They was in their last game. They were in that game at half and still got flooded.
It's all right.
It's just been tough sledding for the Falcons. Auburn and Oklahoma in the SEC. UCF BYU, sneaky good game there, 11 Eastern. And then the final game on the board, a rivalry in the Big Ten, USC and UCLA. Brad, what do you like in this last time slot?
Yeah, so Baylor, Arizona. I gave this pick out on 7 free picks, and it was Baylor plus 10 when I made the video. Now it's down to Baylor at plus 8.5. That's pretty wild. I would still lean Baylor in this spot. I mean, just look at Arizona's last 4 games. At Kansas, played Texas Tech, played BYU, at Houston. Now they got this easy, sleepy game against Baylor, and then they got Kansas and Iowa State on deck. Just a brutal sandwich spot for Arizona, coming off that massive win against Houston. Koa Pete's still out. Arizona wins this game, but like I said, I don't think this is a game where they're going to have the pedal to the metal to cover a spread like this. So I'll take the Baylor Bears. Give me Florida State. Give me the Florida State Seminoles here. Take the points.
Love them damn Seminoles. You love them.
I don't like they're a fade for me all season, but they're quietly one of the hottest teams in basketball right now. And hey, could I interest you maybe in a little FSU tournament? Maybe they slip in. I don't know. But this team has won 6 of their last 7. Don't get me wrong, some of the teams they've beat haven't been the best, but they're playing some good ball right now. It's a rivalry game at home. I think they get the job done here. And I think Miami, I mean, I'm not really too high on Miami, to be honest with you. They lost their last game. The game before that, they should have lost to Virginia Tech at home. They're good. But I see a lot of Miami hype, and I'm not buying into it. I will take BYU at home here. I'm starting to give BYU some looks again. They struggled definitely ATS throughout this season, but they'll have the best player on the court in this one. Hey, Goose, chill. Sorry, my dog is dreaming, and he's making some crazy noises. Hey, Goose.
Come on, Goose.
All right, sorry about that. But yeah, I like BYU. I'll lay the big number with the Cougars here.
I actually heard what Goose was saying. That's his name, right, Goose?
Yeah, Goose, yeah.
Yeah, he's saying, hey, Brad, woof, woof. The only way that Florida State makes the tournament, woof, woof, is if they win the ACC tournament because they got no shot at an at-large bid. I know. I actually looked at the percentage.
He also started barking and talking the minute you start talking about laying points with BYU. Just wow.
He started having nightmares, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, no, Florida State, unless they win this game by 150 and turn everybody's heads, they just don't have the resume. The ACC is not what it was. And it used to be you win 10 games in the ACC, you're in. Now you need to win the ACC tournament. So, but Florida State, I will give you, they're playing great basketball. They've won 6 of their last 7, and we'll see if they can get it done. But Brian, what do you think in this time slot?
I'll agree with Brad and take BYU. The Cougs lay the 12 points here. Even though they just beat Iowa State, we still have a 19-7 team matching up with a 20-7, and BYU's laying almost 2 touchdowns here. I think the line tells you what you need to do here. That's back the Cougars. I like Air Force here, and I haven't taken them all year, but I have I have a soft spot for bad teams. And 8-19 ATS, San Jose State has been covering the number as of late, covering 5 of the last 6. So I think there'll be way too much money on San Jose State. I'll slide in here and pick my spot here with Air Force and one other one. I don't want to hold anybody up here. I'll take the Auburn Tigers in a lean over Oklahoma. They burnt me a couple times this year, kind of like Miami, Ohio, but I'll lean towards Auburn.
Little Pearl.
I got to go with San Jose State. I can't.
Oh, come on.
Air Force has not lost a game by single digits in over a month. They, San Jose State played them. What day was it? It was that last single digit loss. It was 70-62, and San Jose State just dominated, but didn't have their best shooting performance. And they also had a couple of injuries. Now, healthier now. I still think Air Force is just an auto fade if we're not getting 20-plus points right now. So I'll roll with San Jose State and lay the points. I like BYU laying the points over UCF.
Are y'all serious, bro? Like y'all. Ugh.
What do you think? UCF and Provo?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
They fucking around winning money line.
Go ahead and hijack my thing. Tell me why you like UCF.
Because BYU is ass. They had
So
a couple little good games. Now everybody back on the BYU train. Like they ain't been one of the worst ATS teams in college hoops all season. And just because UCF not in the bounce house, now everybody like, oh, this team's not good. BYU this, Demon Answer this, AJ that. Man, UCF plus 420 money.
They just beat your boys in their last game.
Plus 420 money line. UCF.
UCF has 0 chance to win that game. Okay. I'll walk down to Texas and bring you whatever you want. There's no way that they do that.
Okay. BYU has one bad loss this season. It's Oklahoma State. All their other losses are justified.
No bad losses. I mean, and then at home they've lost 2 games: Arizona and Houston.
And here go the egg today. Here go the egg today. Here goes. With the whole world feeling like, okay, BYU's back. They're looking good. They lay an egg. UCF money line.
I'm interested. Maybe we do a hat bet where if I win, you give me 1 hat. If UCF wins, I give you 4 hats.
I'm good.
Just give them 12 points. It won't even be close.
I'm good. I'm fading BYU. I'm fading them. For sure.
The easiest hat I ever made. Right. But I like BYU laying the lumber. It's a one-sided win for the Cougars at home. Very good home court advantage. UCF. Also, can't forget, where's UCF from? Orlando, Florida. They've already played Utah.
No, they've already went to Provo.
It don't matter. They played in Utah.
They're already acclimated.
In the elevation, second game.
We've seen them go to Utah already. So I'm not worried about the travel to wherever this is.
Yeah, they how did that Utah game go, by the way?
Different game. Different
spot. What percentage chance, Ron, do you give them of knocking off BYU in BYU out of 100? I say 0.
No, it's never 0. I would say 5 to 10%.
All right. 5 to 10%.
You never know. I mean, BYU's laid some eggs this season like they did to Oklahoma State, but I just can't see it. And UCF had big trouble with Utah of all teams, the weakest team in this conference.
If UCF is going to make some noise in this conference, they got to knock off another big boy. We already seen them knock off my Red Raiders. I think today's another day where they knock off BYU at home. I'm just saying.
Just because they want to or got to doesn't mean they will.
That's fair.
Give me BYU.
I told you I came to argue today.
I like UCF when they're at home, not on the road in Provo.
In Utah, like
after a Utah game, I think that you're the guy that says you don't like taking teams after they play the Jazz or the Nuggets.
Nah, I know you're right. Heading to elevation is not easy,
and you don't realize Orlando, Florida, is the opposite of Utah.
I was just about to say that.
I get it, but nope. UCF money line.
I wonder if they made the trip. Let me see last year if they made this type of trip. They did not. They played both of those teams at home last year. We'll see. But what do you like? What do you like? Let's see what you got.
I think, Cougars are always a good idea until you actually get one, and then you realize, yeah, this is something that's made up in fantasy land. And I think everybody laying points today in fantasy land is gonna be so sad when UCF wins this game outright. We'll see. You know what? Since I'm already on the edge of crazy, man, I'll just go full-fledged crazy, man, today. I think it's one of those days. Give me South Carolina money line against Kentucky. Give me South Carolina Gamecocks money line.
Well, that's more feasible than the UCF.
Yeah, I can get there with that.
Yeah, I can understand.
They impressed me in their last game. You know, I had them against, who was that, Mississippi State? No, I'm not trying to say Mississippi State and Kentucky are on the same level. You know, I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm just saying South Carolina coming off a win, something they haven't done too much. You know, vibes high, the whole world on the other side on Kentucky with them coming off 3 straight L's, thinking this the bounce back spot against the worst team in the SEC. They might be on upset watch, man. Tuesday is always the day of the week where y'all think y'all know, and then y'all be butthurt. Like, Tuesday's the day the crazy shit happens in college hoops. And I'm picking my spots tonight. So y'all keep trying to say my picks are terrible. I went 1-1 yesterday. I had Houston, but I also had North Carolina. So I've hit 6 of 7 on my top.
Fuck North Carolina.
I did tweet Ryan yesterday.
The two worst, the most public games yesterday were the fucking Houston Cougars and the North Carolina Tar Heels. I couldn't believe. I was so mad about that.
I felt as we got closer and closer to game time, I saw more Louisville money come in, but Houston, as I got closer to game time, I felt dead. I did feel dead on Houston.
Carolina kicked their ass. It wasn't even close.
Yeah. Carolina was hooping yesterday. But let me see. All right, let me get back to it. I'm just yapping. We still got to get to NBA. Where I really want to argue with y'all today. I just, it's fun. I'm not on my boys today. I'm not on Iowa State on the road today. I know better. That don't mean I'm betting. That doesn't mean I'm taking the Utah on the other side. I'm just not betting Iowa State today. I told you about South Carolina. I kind of fake want to take Baylor, but I done so much shit talking about Baylor this year. It's like, do I really got to be there? And Arizona, I'd still think is. I would probably, if I were doing rankings, I would have Arizona 1 in mind instead of.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I would. I'd have probably Zona 1, Duke 2, Iowa State 3, Michigan 4. That'd probably be mine. Let me see if anything else in here. I like Oklahoma against Auburn. Little Pearl, no. They did get the win against Kentucky in that last one. They didn't cover. That shit made me mad. I had them that day. I thought it was a really good spot, really good bet, and they just didn't win. I think this is a good buy low spot on Oklahoma at home, coming off of back-to-back losses. I think it's going to be a good game. I got these two teams on the exact same level, so attacking plus money or getting points in my back pocket with the home team. As I've said all season, I personally think Auburn's overrated and overvalued. They still feel to me like a lot of people look of them as the Auburn of old, not necessarily the Auburn of new. And this game, to me, if I was the odds maker, my line would probably be a pick 'em, just an outright pick 'em. So getting 2.5, I like Oklahoma. And did I tell y'all UCF money line? I think I did.
I don't think you did. Let's hear it again. Give us the good reasons of why UCF really wants this one, and they're going to get it because they're good guys that deserve it, and BYU's overrated, overvalued.
They are. When was that game? I wonder if they even went back home after that Utah game.
No. Why would they?
It was Saturday.
A couple of days ago.
That make me love it even more. Yeah, so I'm damn sure not worried about the travel. They acclimated.
I'm telling you.
Once you spend a couple days up in the mountains, you're good.
Not when you're from Florida.
Yeah, they ran out of chapstick. They're all
Our boy live up there. Our boy on the screen lived there.
Yeah, it's different, bro. It's different.
I'll tell you.
He acclimated
Orlando
real nice to the mountains.
Yeah, no, I know how it feels, and that's why BYU's got to be the play.
Fair. We'll see.
He's an expert.
Yeah, they all dry and shit. Like no humidity.
It's college hoops, folks. Anything else you guys left off before we get into the NBA?
I do want to
Nope.
ask Jay something.
Go ahead.
So yesterday on the show, you were talking about like top 5 toughest places to play. Are you after last night? Are you gonna put Allen Fieldhouse up there now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little crazy. I got a little off the rails there.
Yeah.
Shout
What were your top 5?
out. Texas Tech, Iowa State, New Mexico. What else did I say?
I think you may have slipped Kansas at 5 or something.
I had Kansas at 5. There was one more in there that I had. I forgot what it was.
What about Cameron Indoor? That's a tough one.
Rupp.
Rupp solid.
Rupp. That might have been what it was. It might have been Rupp at 4, and then I had Kansas at 5. Which is still probably where it's at, but you know.
Let me tell you, when Syracuse is good, Carry Dome's right up there.
St. Mary's is very tough too.
That's another one, yeah.
Little gym.
When Syracuse is good, I mean, they can fill the dome like a football stadium.
Man, we don't want to hear about Syracuse, Ron. Come on.
Hey,
You know
hey,
who else I like?
look
You
in
know
the
what?
past.
They're not really of this level, but Seattle. I do like Seattle at home. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. They do play in a little gym.
yeah, look, they go crazy at home too.
underrated mid-major. Tarleton actually has a pretty good.
Tarleton go dumb, Ron. You know something. Tarleton do go dumb.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
I've been in there for some
I would
reason.
not expect that.
Their seats are like they're like right on the court. The fans,
Yeah.
it just feels like they're gonna jump on the court and take the ball away. It's tough, and even when they're not good, they still fill the seats. So they have a good school, and vibe.
Auburn's
around
a
there.
good one.
Next year
Yeah.
they're gonna be they're gonna be in somebody's conference in D1 next year.
Yeah.
Football.
Now the Swamp, obviously, football very very tough. Basketball, it's up there, but I don't think it's in that top 10. It's just a small.
It ain't up there because it's hard to put them in basketball because they've been so shit. They're ass.
All right, we're moving on. Not gonna-
LSU? You talking about LSU?
No, we're talking about the Gators.
Oh,
The Swamp.
Swamp. I'm thinking Death Valley. My fault.
You're thinking of the
Oh,
Bayou.
bad. They just won the
Yeah.
championship. That's why I'm
Yeah, my
moving on.
bad. I don't know. I prayed for. I was thinking LSU for a second. I'm like, wait, what? Florida. All right. Yeah. Shout out the Gators.
Thought you were just talking. But all right, we're moving on to the NBA. We've got 11 games in today's card. So we'll do 3-3-3-2, I guess. That should we do it? 4-4-3? 4-4-3. We're doing it. All right, we start with the Philadelphia 76ers and the Indiana Pacers. We've got the Hawks and the Wizards, a couple ugly games to start the day. And we've got the Mavs and the Nets, another good one. And there we go. Thunder and the Raptors, that should be a good one. Brian, you're up first.
Well, 2 of these 4 are premium picks, so I'll go with the Philadelphia 76ers in lay 10. I hate laying points with the Sixers on any occasion, but I just think the Sixers are in a spot after a couple games where they haven't looked right. I think Embiid will play tonight. It's always tough reading the cards with Joel Embiid, but I think he comes back and the Sixers rout the Pacers tonight.
All right, Sixers for Brian. I'm looking at another toilet bowl. I like the Hawks to beat up on a bad team. Wizards, too many wins for them recently. Got to get back into tank mode. Good spot for them to do so here. The Hawks still in that kind of situation where these are like the absolute must-wins. Of course, you can't pass up very winnable games like these. And we saw a similar situation against the Nets, and they were at a cheaper price. The Hawks covered the spread, winning by 11. Now they're laying 13.5. I think they win this game by like 16, 17. This is just too much offensive firepower for Atlanta. I'll go with Atlanta laying the lumber. Jay, what do you like?
I'll fade you. I'm taking the Wizards plus 13.5. Here's an argument to go in your favor. The Hawks are actually really good this season as double-digit favorites. I believe they're 4-1 ATS. But even that, I still don't trust them, bro. They're just not a team I trust. To me, this feels like a 7-point win written all over it. And even if it is a 7-point win, all of those things you just said are still very true. The Wizards are still tanking. The Hawks still get a good win. So not a premium style bet, but it would only be a look towards the Wizards for me. I'm just not in love with the Hawks, and I'm just They're just not a late 13.5 style team, in my opinion. Let's see. I do agree with Brian. I lean towards the Sixers in this one. The Pacers, they're oof. The reason I don't know if I get there with the premium is kind of the same thing he said, where it's like, I want to know if Embiid is playing, first of all, because the record without Embiid recently is absolutely disgusting. What are they, 2-10, last 12 without Embiid? So the thing that I like here, though, is the Sixers have been really good this season as road favorites. When they're expected to beat up on teams on the road, they do. And Indiana, they just haven't had a pulse coming out of the break. Back-to-back losses to Washington. And then you lose to the Mavs, who were on a 10-game losing streak, who had been terrible on the road all season. Like, this is not a buy low spot for me on Indiana. It's a continue to fade them until given a reason not to spot. In Philadelphia, they did bounce back in their last game with a good win against Minnie on the road. So it would only be Philly for me there. I like Brooklyn quite a bit tonight. I told y'all at the beginning of the show, you're going to hear a lot of these words tonight. Bounce back game at home. It also happens to be a double revenge game. It's a great angle to take Brooklyn tonight. And the Mavs shouldn't be favored on the road over anybody. You got lucky. You cashed one with them in their last one with Indiana. But this is still a team that's lost 10 of their last 11 games. This is a team that has been god-awful on the road all season. You're laying points on the road with a Mavericks team that's 6-19 straight up on the road this year. Like, it just doesn't make sense no matter how you slice it. It's a good bounce back spot for Brooklyn coming home. You look at Brooklyn's away and home numbers the last month and a half, 2 months. Man, they're night and day. You know what I mean? They've just played a lot of games on the road. They've had a tough schedule coming out of the All-Star break. Cleveland, Oklahoma City, and Atlanta following the loss. So it's like, here's a very winnable game for them at home. Fading Dallas is what I want to do in this spot. So it would only be Brooklyn. And then Raptors. I woke up this morning, I was like, all right, man, the Thunder have looked good since coming out of the break. This is the spot they cool off. I'm leaning Raptors. And then I don't know what it was. Something smacked me in the face. It said, wake up, Jay. What the fuck are you doing? Take the Thunder. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking Oklahoma City straight up on the money line. And here's why. Toronto, they're a what? A Canadian team. And what has the Canadian teams done in all the big step-up moments recently? They falter.
That's just one game you're talking about. The hockey.
No. Did you watch the show yesterday? We went through it completely. And so a big step-up game like this for the Raptors, playing as well as they're playing at home, a chance to dethrone the defending champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder, typical Canadian team. They're gonna lay an egg. And that's just my story, bro. And I'm sticking to it. Just when you think Canadian team finna do something, just when you think they lay an egg. The Thunder are still the best team in the league. No Dub, no Shea, no problemo. Just put belt to ass on Cleveland the other day. And I think they just keep rolling. So you either have two trains of thoughts when it comes to the Oklahoma City Thunder. You either really believe that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is one of the best players, if not the best player in the NBA, or you truly believe in the Thunder, their system, their players, and the style of play. And for me, it's the latter. I truly believe in the Thunder and all that extra shit in their style of play. I think they come in here and beat up on Toronto. Give me the. I think a lot of people get cute today. Give me the Thunder.
That's a very, very interesting analysis there, Jay. I haven't heard anything like that before about countries being cursed. And hey,
is it not true? When's the last time a Canadian team has won a big game? Tell me. When they won the finals? Like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, got to give credit. I mean, the Blue Jays won big games on their run to the World Series. They didn't win games.
What mattered most, what did they do? They laid an egg.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're just wanting to see Ruffalo cry.
No, I'm so serious. Like, that is what talked me off of the Raptors today. I literally was like, this is actually a decent spot. You know what I mean? For them. And my thought process was like, this is the huge, because, all right, y'all don't watch the jam session every day, so I gotta kind of remember that. My thoughts on the Raptors full term are, I think they're one of the most underrated teams in the entire NBA. But every time they have a chance to show the world how good they've been, they lay an egg. It's like, They don't win the big one. They've beaten up on all the mediocre teams this year. They don't have any good wins under their belt. They played the Knicks that not too long ago.
I'd be careful with that. Didn't they upset OKC earlier?
They beat them in January. They beat OKC. I think Jay just has a love affair with some teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder, the LA Lakers, Texas Tech, Oklahoma City Thunder is one of his teams.
I know those teams, and I fade them when it's time to fade them.
I don't know.
Today's not the spot to fade OKC. We'll see.
This is definitely the spot to fade OKC. I mean, I mean, Jay, they played on national TV in their last game on Sunday, had a massive win. Who do they have tomorrow? The Detroit Pistons. I mean, terrible sandwich spot here. And yeah, they beat the Cavs on Sunday. I'll give them that.
But they lose tomorrow.
No, they lose tonight, and then they may compete tomorrow. But if you watch that Cavs game, I mean, they shot lights out. They're not going to replicate that shit again. They had Isaiah Joe just banging every single three. They went on an absolute heater in that game against the Cavs, and still the Cavs kept it close. Yeah, no SGA, no J-Dub. It's still no Thunder for me, especially in this spot with them on the front end of a back-to-back, playing a massive game in Detroit tomorrow. So, I don't know, man. It's got to be Raptors.
If the Raptors were who y'all say they were, and the Thunder missing both of their top two players, this line should be it should be Raptors minus 4.5 like it was for Cleveland the other day in Oklahoma City. But the narrative on Oklahoma City has gotten too far. It's gone way too far.
They don't have to do minus 4.5 on the Raptors. They can get plenty of action on the Thunder at 1.5. They don't need to give 4.5.
I don't think that's going to be the case today. I think this game going to fall even. So I don't think it's going to matter regardless of – this is a game – there's a lot of money games today where the money is lopsided. This will close not one of those. So I think that's –
I'll bet you $1 million on that one. No limit bet on that. Everybody's going to have the Thunder today.
Let me tell you what it is right now.
Well, I'm worried about what it is at 5:30, 6 o'clock tonight. I don't know what it is right now, but
$1 million.
I bet whatever there's no limit. I know.
Now you got to walk to Texas and you got to give $1 million.
I'll walk to Texas and give him $1 million. That's right. Who knows?
And I got to give him 4 hats.
So as of right now, 60% of the handle is on the Raptors. 65% of the total bets are on the Thunder. So
all right, well, that makes sense. The big bettors are back in the Toronto Raptors, the wise guys, and then the other guys are taken. I'm going to be nice. The other guys are on the Thunder.
The other guys.
I say all the time, I go sharp sometimes, but I be with the public too. So
but you like the Thunder. You have a love affair with the Thunder.
I do, because they're the best team in the league.
That doesn't mean you have to bet them on a +1.5.
At a pick'em game against a team that always underperforms, yes.
Canada crowd's going to be rocking tonight. They'll be going crazy.
They be rocking all the time and be upset. They was rocking game 7 and lost. I'm just saying. Who the Raptors got on deck?
Not the Pistons.
Yeah, not the Pistons tomorrow. I know that. They play the Spurs on the 25th. Or yeah, they play the Spurs tomorrow. So
so that's not a look ahead. That's not a look ahead.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
Man.
You can't look past the best team in the West. Who looks past the best team in the West to play somebody else? Nobody.
To play probably the most dominant player in the league? Shit.
What are we talking about? We're talking about Canada's doomed, look ahead spots, 70% of the money. Like, this is Mickey Mouse handicapping, fellas. Let's sharpen up on the next series of games. Come up with some actual reasons to take teams. Brad, what else you like?
Yeah, so Raptors all day, and then when I made the video on Sixers Indiana, it was Sixers laying 4.5. Now this thing's all the way up to 10, which tells me Embiid's going to play. I still like the Sixers here. This team has been better on the road this season. We know that the Pacers are a dumpster fire. And then under in Dallas, Brooklyn, that thing's going to be disgusting. I don't see how those two teams come together for over 226 points. So I'll take an under there.
All right. Let's move on to the next 4. We've got the Knicks and the Cavs, 2 of the better teams in the East going at it. We've got the Hornets and the Bulls. Charlotte, a big-time road favorite in that one. We've got the Heat and the Bucks. Miami favorite on the road as well. And then, did I skip a game? We've got, the Golden State Warriors and the Pelicans. Pretty much a pick 'em in that one. I start in this time slot. I like my Knicks, but I like the spot better for the Cavs. I gotta say, I think the Cavs take this one. Could be a potential East Finals preview, or at least a playoff matchup preview. And I think that if I had to choose right now, I'd probably lean towards Cleveland in a best of 7. I gotta say, the Knicks do lead this series 2-0, but like Jay said, double revenge game, and it's at home. Cleveland's coming off the loss to OKC, so it is a bounce back game as well.
Bounce back game at home. It also happens to be a double revenge game. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Sign me up. I think it's a good spot situationally for Cleveland. I'll take the Cavs and lay the points. Just a lean for me to the Charlotte Hornets. I don't love laying this many points with this team on the road, but I do think they are that much better than Chicago right now. So if I had a lean, I would choose Charlotte. I'd pass on the next 2 games, honestly. I just don't see anything. I may be a slight lean to Milwaukee, but that'd be it. What are you thinking, Jay?
I'll take Milwaukee. Play on the spot. Bounce back game at home. That also happens to be a revenge game. Classic. Miami's looked all right coming out of the break. They beat up on 2 bad teams. Miami's won 4 of their last 5, but all those 5 games have been against bad teams. I think tonight they're a little overrated, a little overvalued. I think Milwaukee, I would say right now Milwaukee's the better offensive team, kind of. That might be a little crazy. That might be a hot take. Let me not say that. I will say all I'm trying to say, I'm just trying to paint the picture. I think Milwaukee does enough offensively to keep this game competitive. That's all I'm really trying to say. So in the bounce back game at home, it also happens to be a revenge game. I would lean Milwaukee. All aboard the goddamn hype train. I've been yapping to y'all. Y'all gonna see the light one day. Charlotte, I'm laying it. They're now tied for the best ATS team in the NBA. I remember earlier in the season, everybody was talking shit about me and my Hornets and all of that. And now look at them. They're tied with Phoenix, atop of the league as the best cover team in the league. They've covered in 60% of their games. Like, I don't just be yapping, bro. Bulls, ass. Short, sweet, simple. There's no other words to describe them. I know they fake covered in their last game against the Knicks, but I think that was more about the Knicks than it was about the Bulls. The Knicks were coming off of the huge win against the Rockets. Then you look at the Knicks numbers on the road this season, they're disgusting. And then you look at the Knicks numbers as road favorites this season, they're even more disgusting. So it kind of made sense why the Bulls finally snuck their way into a backdoor cover. They still lost. Tonight, playing a team as hot as Charlotte is right now, I'd say lay it. Their vibes are high right now in Charlotte. We saw LaMelo with 10 threes before the third quarter the other night. I don't think Chicago slows any of that down. I think they get ran off the floor. And for me, I still think a lot of people are going to be like, do I really want to expect the Hornets to win by double digits on the road? I don't think a lot of people are there yet. So I'm all the way there. I'm not worried about it. Bounce back game at home that also happens to be a double revenge game. It's Cleveland. Knicks haven't covered anything since after the break. They've failed to cover in 3 straight. I think they failed to cover tonight too. I think Cleveland runs away with it. I think this actually might get ugly, like ugly. And I still think the Knicks should have kept Thibodeau. I don't like Mike Brown for them. I still think they should have kept Tibbs.
I got a question, Jay. We had a question here too. Let me see if I know the Jay lingo. What is a fake cover? Would you say fake would be a synonym with low key?
Just depends.
I know they low key covered in that last game.
Yeah.
You also said before, I fake like this team. I low key like this team. You say it's a synonym?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm sharp. I can get there.
A fake cover is just, if they played that game 10 times out of 10, they probably would only cover that one. That's a fake cover.
I got you.
So, lean, and last one, lean Pels. Just don't trust the Warriors on the road. Pels have good numbers at home. It's also a double revenge game for the Pelicans. What's different about this one than all the others, though, is this is not a bounce back game at home that also happens to be a double revenge game. There's a difference. Coming off a loss that happens to be a double revenge game is a great angle. Coming off a win, it's not as strong. but I still like the Pelicans at home.
Yeah, my favorite free play that I'll give out today is the Pelicans. This one just missed the premium section. The Warriors injury report is disgusting. Obviously, no Butler, no Curry, no Porzingis, but Draymond Green on the injury report, Horford on the injury report, Melton, who had a good game last game, on the injury report as well. Golden State coming off the massive win on primetime television against the Nuggets where they shot lights out. Yeah, no, it's definitely a Warriors fade for me here. Pelicans, yeah, not playing the best ball, but hey, they did come off. They're coming off a nice win. Maybe that could get them back in the right groove. This is a team that's still over 500 when it comes to a cover perspective. With the way the Warriors lineup is structured right now, they shouldn't be laying points against anyone on the road. Love the Pelicans today. Let's see. Yeah, I'm on the Hornets. I'll continue to ride the train, and there's really two trains here. It's taking the Hornets and fading the Bulls. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Hornets,
two trains. Exactly.
Yeah, there's two. Yeah, we got two trains going today. Yeah. And then I'm on the Bucks as well. I mean 6.5 for Miami on the road here. That's crazy to me. Miami at home, yes, we could lay these type of numbers, but on the road, I can't get there. Milwaukee, I mean, this team has won 6 of their last 8. They're not playing bad. We saw this team blow out OKC before the All-Star break. They're playing some decent ball. I'll take them plus the 6.5 here, or 5.5, whatever you can get it at.
All right, Brian, what do you think?
Oh boy, I like the Pelicans as the best out of this time slot here. I mean, I think the Pelicans might be the best bad team in the NBA. I saw how they played against the Sixers. I know that's just one win, but they played good team basketball.
You know what, Brian? That's accurate. I agree. But they shouldn't be a bad team in the first place. They shouldn't.
I mean, if you've had them playing the Washington Wizards, the Brooklyn Nets, the Dallas Mavericks, I like the Pelicans when they're at home. Golden State got the W against Denver, but that was a fluke win. I liked Golden State in that one, but I'm not going to back them again here on the road. Charlotte Bulls, I just think you pass on this one. People have taken all the value out of the Charlotte Hornets now at minus 8.5. I love the Hornets. Made a ton of money on them, but recently I've cooled off just like my Baltimore Orioles a few years ago.
Why, though? They're still cashing. They didn't cash right to the number one. They didn't cash right to number one. You can't jump off. You're right.
I'm going to wait till the Hornets are playing the Spurs or the Lakers or the Oklahoma City Thunder, teams like that. Then you get some value with the Hornets. For me, not the Bulls.
Early, man. This one you just stay on. Sometimes it's okay to stay on.
You just
kill it crash. It's okay. Just ride it till you can't no more.
But that's all for me, Pelicans.
All right. Last 3 games. Got the Celtics and the Suns. I did the dog of the day on this one, so you know where I'm liking. But this is a matchup between 2 of the best cover teams in the league. Not the 2 best, but 2 of the best 3. And then the Timberwolves and the Blazers. And the final game, the Orlando Magic against the Lakers. Lakers, they've been disappointing lately, haven't they, against the spread? I know a lot of people had them laying the points against the Clippers the other night, and they got the win but did not get the cover. That was a bummer. I think I had a half a unit on Lakers myself that night, so we'll see if they can get the cover. Blowout loss to the Celtics, but what are you thinking in these final 3 games, Jay?
I agree with your dog of the day. I'm leaning Phoenix here. I just think it's a decent spot to sell high on Boston coming off the win against the Lakers. They're still on the West Coast. Phoenix is still right now the number 1 ATS team in the NBA. They are. I know they haven't been covering recently, but I think they're going to come up out of it here soon, and today might be a good spot for that to happen. I know they got beat up in their last game, but that was a bad spot for them. They were on a back end of a back-to-back following a double overtime game winner, And Portland needed that game coming off a 50-point blowout. So not mad at Phoenix at all. I think it's a good spot to take them today. Jaylen Brown, game time decision. So just keep it on the injury report. No Devin Booker tonight. No problem. Give me the Suns. Jalen Green, he hooping right now. That's who hooping. It's Jalen Green. Give me – what did I take on the jam session on this one? I think I ended up taking Portland. I did. It's Portland because it's a bounce back game at home that also happens to be a double revenge game. I believe is what it is here in this one. Let me double check. Sorry.
They won last game, but it is double revenge.
Yeah. Are they won their last game? Yeah.
They beat the Suns. Yeah.
It's bounce back game at home because they got flooded by 50 last time they were on their home floor. So it kind of still works. And I just don't trust Minnesota right now, bro. This team. It wouldn't shock me if Minnesota came in here and wanted to cover this game because they are better than Portland. But in the same time, same breath, we at that time of the season where I really, really lean on my spot in situations. And so this one I wouldn't fade it. It would only be Portland for me. And last and final game of the night, man, we got my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Ooh!
Here we go. Here goes a play of the Lakers.
The problem is, Brian, as everybody knows, I'm so in love with the Magic.
You're like that meme with that button that he doesn't know what to hit, the Orlando Magic or the Lakers, because you like both teams.
Where y'all think I'm at tonight?
I think you're on the Lakers because you can't knock out your love for your favorite team. So I would say you're on the Lakers laying the points.
I think it's on the Magic.
This is a tough one.
I think it's on the Magic. I don't know. The Magic are the right play, but we'll see.
I think with his little smirkies on the Magic.
Yeah.
I'm on the Magic.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Look at these little
Money where my mouth at, man. I genuinely believe in this team, man. It's like I do. And I think they're gonna prove me right over the second half of this season. I honestly think they got a legitimate chance to come here and win this game outright. You know, the Lakers, I just haven't seen that same magic they had before Reeves got hurt. You know, before Reeves got hurt, him and Luka was going band for band, like 30-30 and you know, but it's like ever since then he got hurt, Bron came back. I just haven't seen them synchronize into being what I think they should be. And I think tonight they're laying a few too many points. What's working against me in this game is it is the Magic on the West Coast. They've been there for a little while. It is the Lakers coming off a loss. Taking the Lakers at home off a loss has been extremely profitable. I just think it's too many points, though. I think Orlando, as a Luka fan, I've been to plenty of Mavericks games where the Mavs are playing the Magic, and the Magic play Luka pretty better than a lot of other teams in the league. The Magic got a lot of bodies that can play Luka. You know, they got a lot of 6'8" wings, you know, and a lot of teams don't. So I think they got a lot of bodies to slow him down tonight. Reeves hasn't looked the same. And I just don't think LeBron and them do enough to cover this line. So it would only be Orlando. ATS for me. Their only loss coming out of the break was a fall-away, game-winning 3 from Jalen Green. Like, what a fucking shot it was, too, you know? So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Orlando, and I'm staying on and putting my money where my mouth at. Magic.
Magic for Jay. What do you think, Brad?
Yeah, I'm on the Magic as well. I mean, the Magic, I've covered their last 4 games against the Lakers, and they've also won their last 3 games against the Lakers. So they've played this team well. And like Jay was saying, ever since returning back to the All-Star break on this West Coast road trip, smoked the Kings, lost that heartbreaker to Phoenix, but followed that up on the back end of a back-to-back, beating the Clippers. I've liked how this Magic team has looked since coming back from the All-Star break. So I'll take the points there. I think that's going to be a close competitive game. Celtics Suns, I think this is going to be an absolute defensive war. When I made the video on this game, that total was set at like 210.5. It keeps dropping. I think Vegas knows they can't drop this one low enough because I could see this game where both teams don't hit the hundreds. The Celtics have been winning games not from their offense, but from their defense. This is a very good defensive team. And the Suns without D-Book, without Dylan Brooks, they know if they want to have a chance in this game, they're going to have to slow things down and play lockdown D as well. So I just think that one's ugly and it's going to be a low-scoring game. Give me an under.
All right, ugly under for Brad. Brian, what do you think?
Out of this time slot, I'll take the Orlando Magic plus the points. Lakers have been the much better ATS team, but lately only one cover over their last 5. Like Jay said, I expect big things from the Magic second half. I don't think they're going to win the game. I think Lakers will squeak out a W, but I'll take the points with the Magic.
I'm on Phoenix. There's dog of the day. He'll be posted later. I agree with Brad. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, obviously, with the low total. And I think that benefits the dog at home, catching 2 possessions plus. Situationally speaking, great spot for Phoenix. Celtics have covered 3 straight. Phoenix is 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7. It's only giving us a better price when you add into the fact of the injuries, too. Getting a stellar price with Phoenix. I got to take those points. Sprinkle on the money line as well with the Phoenix Suns. And I actually like the Timberwolves. I think situationally, it's a good spot for Minnesota. They failed to cover last 2. The last one, they got blown out as a big favorite. Now we're getting them at a cheaper price against the Blazers team. It's just been hot and cold. They've been win one, lose one for a while against the spread. I'll roll Minnesota at a cheap price on the road.
I see the path there. I actually fake see the Minnesota Timberwolves a hard team to handicap, bro. They get on there.
I think both teams are pretty tough, honestly, to handicap. But that's the NBA, and that's the card. We gave out some solid selections, but we know our best bets are always going to be at Pick Dawgz Premium. Jake, what do you got today at Pick Dawgz Premium?
Got a lot of NBA today. I know I was arguing a lot of college hoops, but as of right this second, I don't have a college hoops play. I'm probably going to add something here momentarily. It was a crazy morning for me, but man, it might be one of those days where I have like 7-8 plays in total. You know, it's just how the card breaks down. Some days during the week, I'll be heavier than others. And then, you know, some nights it just be one. So I had 2 yesterday. Tonight, we're going to have like 8. It's just how it breaks down. But it's been a really good week for me, especially on the top plays. I did cash my top play last night in the NBA. We've cashed 2 in a row looking for our 3rd straight. So, yeah, man, just hop on something long-term, man. It's second half of the season. It's pure hoops right now. Nobody you would want more than me on your side right now. So let's do what we do. We'll just kick the crap out of the books. Ben hoops.
Let's do it. Brad, what about you?
Yep, got 3 plays today. Coming off a winning week last week, so feeling some momentum. Could have had 5 plays, but I limited it down to my favorite 3. I got 2 plays in college basketball and then my favorite play in the NBA. So got a 3-pack if you want all my plays, but if you want my best bet, if you're looking to bet one game, my favorite play, you could get that as well. Team me up with any of these guys on the show. We'll help you make some money. Let's have a big one.
Let's do it, Brad. Check it out. Pick Dawgz Premium. Brian Bittler, what do you got for this Tuesday card?
Yesterday, cashed my titanium best bet. Tonight, my titanium's in the NBA. 102 and 59, 63.3%. Last 161 on the titanium's ranked number 1 in the NBA this year. So check it out at PickDawgz.com or get that as part of my cream of the crop 3-pack. 2 college hoops, 1 NBA. PickDawgz.com. 2-for-1 capper special. Don't miss out.
Check it out, PickDawgz.com. For me, I've just got one play on the site. I have another one for long-term subscribers, but it's my bank shot best bet. We are on a 14-5 run with that play. It's my top play every day in college hoops. Also 52 and 29 on our last 81, about 65%, 64.2%. So having a great run with that top play in college basketball. We mentioned we lost McNeese yesterday, so looking to bounce back and get back in the win column. But I really love my top play today, so check it out. Along with these guys, a nice multi-capper plan with all 4 of us. Not a bad idea to get you through the rest of the week. But let's see. Here we go.
I just put up a poll. I'm interested to see what y'all think. I put who y'all rolling with today, and I put all 4 of us on there. So let's see who wins.
I like that. I better not be last place, bro.
Yeah. So
I thought you were gonna put the Raptors or the Thunder up for the poll.
Nah, I just put our 4 names, and I want to see who closes out. Who had the better arguments today on the show? Who y'all rocking with today? Let's see. All right.
Damn, but anti-Canada or
yeah. Y'all know what time it is, man. It is parlay time, man. Parlay. And I guess I'm up first. It's kind of weird being in this seat. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do give me New Orleans Pelicans. I like them, not enough to take them on the premium side, so I'll parlay them. Give me the Wizards plus the 13.5 against the Hawks. Hawks shouldn't be laying that many damn points. And give me – I'm going to give y'all 2 parlays. And then give me Milwaukee plus the 6.5 against Miami. I really like all 3 of those. I just can't really pull the trigger on the premium side on those 3. My other one, we're going to call this the Let's Get Rich on a Tuesday night. UCF, money line. South Carolina, money line. Put 100, man. Let's see what happens.
Let's donate our hard-earned money on a Tuesday night. Save us, Brad. What do you got?
2-legger, rolling with 2 teams, laying 1.5, but we're going to go money lines. Oklahoma State, we're catching the falling knife, and then we are going to take the Pelicans. Pelicans, yep.
Brian?
Pelicans plus 1.5, Eastern Michigan plus 9.5, and then the Cougars BYU minus 12.
I like that. You guys are talking to me on the Pelicans, I will say. I'm going to roll with the Phoenix Suns plus the points. I'll lay the points with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll lay the points with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'll take the points with the Eastern Michigan Eagles, right? The Eagles?
Yep, the Eagles.
I will take a 4-teamer there. That's it.
I'm going to close the poll right now. Let's see who won.
I'm pissed.
94 votes. Ron won. No!
Hey, shout out to that 14% who's rocking with me.
You gotta leave that up all day. Leave it
I'll
up
take
all
my
day.
33%. Yeah, it just got 100 votes. I thought it was fun to put up at the end though.
I like that. That's funny.
So, all right.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. And good luck to everybody today. We'll try to act more professional tomorrow, of course. Alongside Jay, Brad, and Brian, I'm Ron. Good luck.